Alright, this is section 11.5. This is logarithms, the common logarithms in fact. And what we're going to do is basically everything that ever says log is going to be log base 10. Now, on your calculator you actually have two log buttons. The one that just says log is the one that is for log base 10. So if you just plug in log base 22,300, you get an answer of 4.348. And just to let you know that that is the answer, and what that means is if you take 10 to the 4.348 power, you are going to get something close to the number that we started with. Now, because the number turned out to only be 22,284.35, that's basically because we had to round the number. If we didn't round the number, we would have gotten exactly 22,300. Alright, example number 2 talks about how we can tell how long it takes for a population to grow. So the population used to be 10,000, it is now 25,000, and the average increase is at 3.5%. How many years does it take to get there? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the log of the big number, which was 25,000, divided by the log of 10,000, all over the log of 1.035, because that's what they gave us. Make sure when you do this you have this fraction in parentheses, and you find out that it took 26.6 years. So let's say we have log of 4 times 5 squared over 6. Now we talked about the fact that you can just put this in your calculator and get the answer, but I want to talk about the rules here. So what I'm going to do is log 4 plus log of 5 squared, because adding means multiply, minus log of 6, because subtraction means division. Now of course this 2, that's an exponent, comes over here. So we wind up with log 4 plus 2 log 5 minus log 6. And when I put this top one in the calculator, I get 1.22, and down here I got 1.22. Alright, and so that was a little bit of practice with the rules. Alright, this is a very valuable problem where we have log base 8 of 172. So 8 to what number equals 172? And before we had no way to solve this without using our graph, but thanks to the change of base formula, we can just do log of 172 divided by log of 8. And we get the answer of 2.47. Alright, how long does it take the population to triple if the growth rate is 6% per year? So what we have here is we need to come up with a population. So let's say our population is 200 to start out with. Well, if the population is going to triple, we need to know how long it takes to get to 600. Now, where those numbers came from, it really doesn't matter, well, because we'll see in a minute. Because my first step in this problem is to divide both sides by 200. So whatever number you started with, you just multiply by 3. And so no matter what number I started with, this is going to be a 3 over here. So normally I would just started with 1 and 3, because then I would have saved myself a step. Now since this is the equation, I need to figure out what t is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a logarithm. So this is log base 1.06 of 3 equals t. Or log 3 divided by log 1.06. That tells me it's going to take 18.9 years. Alright, now we have this problem that we want to solve. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract the 5 to the other side to get the exponential stuff by itself. Now I'm going to take the log of both sides. So I'm going to put a log over here, and I'm going to put a log over here. So we now have log 2 to the 3x minus 1 equals log of 95. Sorry about that. I forgot about the easier way to do this, which is to rewrite this as log base 2 of 95 equals 3x minus 1. Now for this part, you can use the change of base formula, which is log of 95 divided by log of 2, and we wind up with 6.57 equals 3x minus 1. At this point, you know how to solve this. Add 1, 7.57 equals 3x divided by 3, and x turns out to be about 2.52. Last problem we're going to solve in a graphing calculator. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in y1 equals 3 to the x plus 5. And y2 equals 4 to the 2x. And then, even though I can't really tell where they intersect, I'm going to just use second calc intersect, enter, 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 and the x value is going to be my answer, which is 3.28. And that is all for section 11-5.